Fuck!
We're gonna have a bit. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream.
Oh man, I'm going to bed early tonight.
What about the grapefruit technique?
He was implying that he was intending there would be a sex happening to someone.
Hey, did you know I'm going to cancel us all on Twitter.com?
I don't believe you.
If I do it first.
Why is that?
I don't believe you. I think you're being fake and wrong on the internet again, like you always are.
Is this a bit, or are you two really arguing?
No,
or...
we're not arguing. We're not arguing.
It's a bit, Con.
Okay.
I'm gonna cancel myself on Twitter.com.
I'll cancel myself.
Anyways,
I can't believe Zed said that thing.
I'm typing in grapefruit, and I'm not finding anything. What is this?
Stop!
It's
You-
kind of dumb.
You opened the VN box, and I came.
You use the
And it
grapefruit
came
as
hard.
You open the grapefruit and you.
If we keep going on about grapefruit, if someone's going
If
to
you
post
guys are just talking
NSFW
about
in
fucking
general.
grapefruits, I mean...
Also, I want to say thank you to Noir, because I didn't know there was a book on Hellraiser, so I bought the book.
Nice!
There's a book about Hellraiser? Wait, is it
Well,
about Hellraiser?
It's the original, it's the original story that Clive Barker wrote, and before the movie got made. So I'm gonna read that, and I propose this in.
There's a book first?
Yeah, there's a book first.
Yeah, you didn't know this?
Is it a adaptation of the movie, or is it? I mean,
No,
is the movie
it's-
an adaptation of it?
It was a short novel that got adapted from the book.
I mean, is it a prequel, or is the movie an adaptation?
The movie is an adaptation.
Yes.
All right. So I'm not gonna get Well, I still might get extra stuff.
Actually, Clive Barker did the script for that movie, so it's actually mostly accurate.
We're talking about Clive Barker and Hellraiser because, as some of you may know, he came out in Dead by Daylight today. So I'm gonna be playing that after the stream a little bit.
I did not know that.
Fuck!
I forgot.
And also, we're going to be on Saturday. We're on the Discord if you like joining in. I'm going to be streaming Hellraiser.
Oh, I gotta put my arm down.
Anyways, enough about that. It's time for me to stream to the Discord.
Hey, fun fact, I am on a really good Umineko artist's Twitter looking at their artwork.
Hashtag femdom. Thank you, Zaz.
Oh wow, this book is short. This is 3 hours on Audible.
Well, it is a novella.
That being said, also, someone followed us after the Spookwave stream yesterday.
Cool,
thank you, Zarkray. I think I'm getting that right.
But you gotta call him out. Like
And shout out to Ramen for showing up.
Yes, always shout out to Ramen, and shout out to hashtag femdom.
Femdom.
Okay, I now know what the grapefruit thing is. It's honestly not nearly as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, just a tutorial on how to do things that
Shout out
grapefruit.
majorly to Clive Barker. You are a legend, motherfucker.
He's dead, right?
Wait, he's still alive? I think.
Who died
I
then?
believe he is alive.
No, the Freddy Krueger man. That creator.
Robert England?
Yeah. No,
He's
no,
still
not
alive.
him. Not him. The director.
I don't know.
Nope. Clive Barker's dead. Unfortunate.
Clive Barker's been, he's been... Where the fuck?
Wes Craven. I believe he is dead.
Clive Barker...
Alrighty then. So,
Am I looking at the right...
enough about Clive Barker and the lament configuration. We're going to talk about the announcement of sacrifices.
Wait, is that what the cube is called?
In the movie, it's called the lament configuration.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, it's really cool sounding.
I'm gonna be a dick and say I have no interest in Hellraiser if I'm to BH.
It's really
That's
good.
pretty fair.
It looks cool. I don't know.
I'm interested.
It does look
The
cool.
movie is more
It's
like
not
space.
for
The
everybody.
movie's more like space themed, from what I remember.
One of the
that's
Hellraizer
really
movies
cool.
is space themed.
Damn,
Oh,
Noir,
really?
why'd you post the Clive Barker and Wes Craven and Kenjima Fight Club?
Yeah, wait, why did you? Anyways,
Where?
the Umineko Fight Club that only exists to those who have access.
Damn it.
If you finish Umineko, which you all will have access to when we finish Umineko.
Once you open the cat box, I will let you come in.
When we can get, that's when we get to the Golden Lamb, when we finish part 8.
Ouch. Arms.
That being said, even when you guys do end to finish part 8, there's also the last note of the Golden Witch, which we'll be reading afterwards. Anyways, whenever you're ready, Kaneko.
Alright. Took a drink, sorry.
Why is
Oh,
there
wait,
a PS4
imagining,
controller on my deck?
Like Beatrice doing that "It Wasn't Me" song.
Hey, I'm not Shaggy.
Links, links.
You're not Mila Kunis.
Another
Damn
murder
right,
mystery.
Shaggy.
I know what you want to do, Shaggy. You want to make a big sandwich.
Come on, Scoob!
Okay, I'm ready.
Alright, you ready? Go ahead then.
Like I said, that wasn't me. I believe I gave them a much more peaceful death than the way she treated them.
Shut the hell up. I'm not talking to you.
Goddamn.
It was stated that there are no more than 18 people on this island, and now that 8 people are already dead, you can narrow the field of suspects down to 10. One of them probably killed those 2. Or could it also be an accidental death? Like Maria was having a tantrum. And when Aunt Rosa tried to stop her crying, she misjudged how much power she was using and accidentally killed her. Then she was so upset that she slipped and fell, landing on the fence, and unluckily died. How's that? That way there's no need for a witch or magic.
Well, that's not quite true. Actually, Rosa and Maria...
Shut up. Didn't say I wasn't talking to you. You're an eyesore. So disappear. You
Damn.
monster.
Damn.
Battler said that without rage, but with a horribly cold voice. That strange behavior is something that Beato had noticed right off the bat. In a fight, both of them could go at each other without restraint. However, he wouldn't even step into the ring. She could feel that coldness. Beato didn't find that amusing. She thought about flaring up, but she held back. Maybe even though she was innocent and childish, she had enough sense to realize that she shouldn't pick fights.
If that's so, then I'll vanish. Ronove, continue for me.
Yo, Josh, you were
Secondly.
wrong.
Fick. Will that be satisfactory, Battle-sama?
No. You good, Chief?
You're right. I lost the
Oh, I'm seeing him light up, but I ain't hearing it.
You good, Chief?
You lit up, but we didn't hear anything.
Zaz, why did you post Fortnite Ninja and FF14 general chat? Why did you do this to me?
Because it's Fortnite Ninja and FF14.
God damn you, I hate it.
Part of the SAG free company.
What does that even mean? I don't know what it means.
Sadke?
Yes. I'm still processing. Sheesh.
It means what I just posted.
I actually heard a 3rd grader the other day say that.
Oh jeez. How's your mic doing, Nor?
Did that sheesh thing to my mom, and she was like, "What?" Like,
what?
Oh, that is
Oh, boy.
not correct.
Whoa.
sheesh.
Hello?
Oh,
yeah,
there you
hey.
are. Okay, audible.
Yes, we can hear you.
Audible.com.
Now continue.
There are no problems with her proposal. If Battler-kun doesn't want to see Beata's face, perhaps that will do.
Do what you like. If I can live without seeing that monstrous face, I don't care about anything else.
Hey, wait a second. You keep saying monster, but isn't that a cruel way to speak of me? Why do you instinctively hate me so much, Battler? Let me count the fucking way!
Instinctive?
Even though none of that was me, even though it was all the work of my disciple.
It's not like I'm only mad about what happened just now. It's been like that from the very beginning.
Hey, Battler. Don't misunderstand, okay? Aren't we just a pair of players confronting each other through a game? We look for moves to make things painful for each other, but...
Don't get the wrong idea. I don't hate you because you're my rival in this strange game about whether I accept you as a witch or not. I just can't forgive how senselessly cruel you are.
Well, serial murders are a part of this game. It's probably impossible to avoid a little cruelty.
I'm not just talking about what just happened. There was the last time, and the time before that, too. Tearing everyone's stomachs open and stuffing them with sweets. Plowing their faces. What was the point of all that?
That's... well...
When it comes to closed room murders and tricks and alibis, I'm willing to give you a pass. You want to claim this is a murder done by magic? So I'll grudgingly accept those complicated crimes need to occur. But what exactly is the point of all those grotesque murders?
Well... nothing much.
That's right. They don't mean anything. You're just fooling around by mangling the corpse for fun. It has nothing to do with whether you're a witch, or whether it could or couldn't be done with magic. Just exploring the depths of cruelty for fun. It's not about whether you're a witch or anything like that. There are just some things I can't forgive as a human.
What do you mean as a human?
For example, the 6 people of the first Twilight for this game. Well, other than Grandfather being burned black. The other corpses were killed in a normal way, without any necessary shaming of the dead. It wasn't clear whether the weapon was a spear or a gun, but anyways, as far as killing goes, that was acceptable. It was much better than the nonsensical grotesqueries and cruelty from the first Twilight last time, or the time before that. And this time there were 6 closed rooms tied together to make a closed room chain. That was sort of interesting. When we were going back and forth with each other that time, to be perfectly honest, I thought it was just a little fun. You were frantic to make me accept your existence, and I was frantically trying to deny it. We're both frantically doing all we could. This may sound weird, but I felt a faint sense of sportsmanship between the two of us. We exist in conflict. But I faintly thought that we might not be completely unable to understand each other's existences. But just now, that feeling was blown away without a trace.
That's what you're misunderstanding. That wasn't me.
That's not it. That's not what I'm talking about. You watched Aunt Rosa being killed horribly over and over, and you sneered at it like it was an interesting show. When I saw that, I was deeply disappointed in you. When I realized that your decision to kill them in a slightly better way this time was nothing more than a faint whim, and nothing had changed in your cruel character, I was deeply disappointed. On the contrary, you've been genuinely enjoying these brutal deaths. You weren't just acting as cruel as you could to bully me. You truly, genuinely enjoy cruelty. Your character lets you enjoy it. You said I'd probably think that Aunt Rosa being brutally killed over and over was fun. You weren't joking. You enjoyed it from the bottom of your heart, wanting me to sympathize, and said that I'd probably think it was fun. In that instant, I lost respect for you and realized the truth. The problem isn't whether you're a witch or not. I will not forgive that cruelty of yours. And I can't understand it. I can't forgive it either. Still, I'll continue this game of whether you accept or deny witches. I won't step down and accept my own defeat. However, your pointless cruelty is absolutely unnecessary for that game. I decide that I won't accept you as my opponent. Runaway is 100 times better. He doesn't have the same cruel hobby you do. Even if he does, he doesn't have that awful taste to show it off in front of me. That's right. You have awful taste. You're heartless and cruel, so you can't understand. That unpleasantness is in an opponent. So I don't want to see your face again. As Battler went on and on by himself, Beata was shocked into silence for a long time. Maybe she couldn't understand what she was being told, and this is a sign that she was doing all she could in an effort to understand. For a while, she kept switching between angry expressions, frustrated expressions, bold expressions, as though she herself didn't know what attitude she should take. In the end, she made her face into a candid expression, though she had come to her senses, and shrugged her shoulders as though she was tired.
In that case, do as you like. From now on, I will continue this game to run of it. You have no complaints as long as I don't show myself, right?
For the time being. But I definitely won't forgive all of your cruel actions up until now. And I definitely won't accept you. For that reason as well, I won't back down from this fight you've picked. And I definitely won't lose. That's all there is to it.
Beato. No matter how many more excuses you give, his impression will not waver. I have something to talk about later. Until then, stay back.
Indeed. Understood. Then I will vanish until you call.
Looking lonely, Beato turned to them and vanished. Battler watched, a slightly displeased expression on his face. He thought his argument had been valid, but for some reason his mood didn't clear up. She's an idiot.
So true, bestie.
Noir?
Noir?
Noah, you are needed on set.
That's true.
Aw.
An idiot and a straightforward one.
That idiot watched Aunt Rosa get killed horribly with me, then turned around with a huge smile on her face. She really believed that she could laugh with me at that cruel show. She really believed that I could sympathize with that emotion. Looking at that innocent smile, I just felt horrible. It would have been much better if she said that it was a normal bullying face. Ah, damn it.
Milady has never had the experience of having a friend.
You don't say.
In addition, She has probably never had something spoken to her in such strongly. Madam and I are her attendants. No matter what we say, it will not reach her ears. For milady, this is absolute.
Don't screw with me. I don't remember ever becoming her friend.
It's true enough. My apologies.
There is one thing I would like to thank you for. Thank you for not backing down from that child's game.
She spoke words of gratitude, but for some reason Badly made a displeased face. Then, as though in self-derision, he chuckled. Now that you've got witches and demons thanking me, I'm screwed. Let's resume the game. Of course, I don't intend to go easy on you.
I wouldn't have it any other way. And like madam, I do not get agitated.
I've already made my move. We suppose that Aunt Rosa is the culprit and died in an accident. I can deny the witch. I don't want to suspect Aunt Rosa, but I think I can bear to accept the premise if it'll beat the hell out of Beato.
I will deny it with red. Rosa and Maria's death were homicides.
There you go.
Rosa would not murder her child. Okay!
I told you!
Let's start from there. Damn. I'm just not getting fired up. Contradicting me yelling okay. With Rosa and Maria's deaths, it was now clear that the culprit was still hiding somewhere, trying to add even more murder to this chain. As he shed tears, Rudolph scolded Rosa's corpse for being reckless several times. But Rosa would never respond to that again. He decided to place the two corpses in one of the guest rooms, and seal it until the police arrived. The second murder, no. The murder of the second Twilight had delivered a heavy blow to everyone. It had blown away the optimism that some of them had. The thought that a crime didn't actually occur and that it was all a game or farce by Kinzo and the servants. Trying to distract themselves from the loss of the people they liked. George and Jessica had spent the whole time since morning talking about every possibility. And they had distracted their hearts. By supposing that these murders might have all been an act, and that Shannon and Cannon were only pretending to be dead. When the next murder occurred, it destroyed that thought. And they were once again struck by the fact that the person they liked had most definitely been killed. The tears that they thought had died away began to drip down once more. And Battler couldn't think of anything to say to them. After that, all the adults checked up that all the rooms were safe and locked, just in case. They made certain that the shutter and all the windows were down and locked, and they confirmed that no one suspicious was hiding anywhere. On top of that, they checked their weapons once again, and checked with each other to make sure that they were mentally prepared, that they wouldn't hesitate to fire off a preemptive shot if they saw the shadow of a mysterious person. Rosa's gun had been found near the scene of the crime. Someone had gone out of their way to leave it there, so everyone suspected that it was some kind of trap. But when Hideyoshi delicately used the fire iron to fire off test shots, they were discharged without incident. So since the 5 shots loaded into it had discharged without any problems, they loaded it with bullets and handed it over to the only adult male who wasn't armed, Hideyoshi. However, the fact that it had been able to fire off 5 shots gave rise to a certain paranoia. The short-barreled Winchester could only fire 5 shots. In other words, Rosa hadn't fired even once. But the two had probably been killed by someone with their bare hands. That means that there was a possibility that the crime had been committed by someone whose face they knew.
When the first murder occurred, I privately thought of the possibility that it was all an act. My apologies to Dr. Nanjo. But if he had actually been an accomplice, I thought the deaths of all the servants might possibly have been a massive, elaborate act by Father. After all, the closed room situation they were in couldn't have been created unless we would suppose that it was all an act.
they also suspected that. No, I still want to believe that's the case.
My apologies, but that is not so. I am quite old. I might possibly make a misdiagnosis. However, I would never mistake whether they were alive or dead.
What's your alibi, Nanjo? I'm so fucking old! Alright, that's a good excuse.
Ugh, I get it. Don't go out of your way to see it out loud, Dr. Nanjo.
My apologies.
They had no way of knowing. But Beat already used the red to proclaim the deaths of the six. No. Deaths of all the victims so far in this game. The faint dream that it was all a farce. The victims were actually alive. I'm sorry to say it, but that's impossible.
In that case, it makes more sense to assume it's someone familiar with the mansion. Someone hiding around and carrying a really well-polished crime. So, ever since the typhoon came to this island and sealed it off from the outside world, there's been more than 18 people here.
Of course, there's no way for them to know about that either. The claim of Rudolph's had also been denied in red. There are no more than 18 humans on this island.
It might have been a way to look at it that keeps things consistent. At least a little. Simply put, this person in hiding is someone who shouldn't really be on this island right now. And yet, there's a likelihood that they were someone Rosa-san knew. Someone she'd let her guard down around. So, for example, could it be a servant who wasn't on this 2-day shift?
It's hard to be certain about that one. When our servants finish their work and leave the island, it isn't as though we punch their ticket or something to make sure. If we're supposing that a servant on a shift from a few days ago only pretended to leave the island and actually stayed here, that would be hard to deny.
I don't think Rosa-san is such a fool. If a servant who wasn't supposed to be here popped up in front of you, who else? Wait, who wouldn't be on their guard?
I'm not even sure we should be assuming that it was someone she recognized. Maybe they suddenly attacked Rosa from the darkness and were about to steal her gun. Then Rosa fell, hit her head against the fence, and stopped moving. The guest house was nearby, and they wanted to avoid the sound of gunfire, so they killed Maria-chan with their bare hands.
There's also that possibility. Still, even if that is the case, will they really intentionally leave Rosa's gun at the scene of the crime? We don't know what the culprit's armed with, but they've got to feel insecure about our guns. Wasn't that a perfect chance for them to thin out our supply? Why would they intentionally leave it at the scene of the crime?
Sorry, I was taking notes. At first, I thought that gun was a trap. That's what chessboard thinking says it should be. By purposefully leaving it, they wanted to make one of us touch it. And they must have wanted to make us pull the trigger. I was sure that something dangerous had been done to it, to make it explode and cause massive injury.
It was some soul food. But it was actually okay. The culprit probably panicked.
Alright, get the fucking thing of him with a gun
Okay,
looking
get
really
spray.
happy.
Here you go, everyone. I had it ready.
There he is.
One good
Look at
pachinko spray.
the one good pachinko spray. It.
Look at the size of his schnoz. That is
Man, he has a big nose.
the fucking nose I've ever seen in
Big
my
red.
life.
Notice the big old toothy grin, motherfuckers?
Look at how
My
happy he
eyes are on
is.
the nose.
Yeah, I know. He's happy to have a
Also,
gun.
wait, look at his finger.
He's so happy.
He has
Give
a
it
ring.
Damn.
He has a wedding ring in the pachinko version.
Aww.
Oh.
You know,
I
like,
love
His
my
nose is
life.
like a pig snout.
you can focus on other aspects of the sprite.
I love my wife.
No one ever told me that.
He has a
big
bigger
nose.
haircut.
It's not even that big.
It is.
I would say that the hair is like a lot
He's
bigger.
so
Yeah,
fucking
the
happy
hair
to have
is-
that gun.
Oh, yeah, I said the thing.
Okay. And I was just talking. I was putting it up on the stream.
I'll bet that. I'll bet that right now they're regretting that they're missing their chance to steal a gun.
I don't like it. It ticks me off. Like it's a message from the witch, saying that she isn't even scared of guns.
I think Natsui is dog wrangling.
Unfortunately.
No, it's he's a MILF.
I just noticed that Orange's stream is not shitting itself on the Discord finally.
Like a MILF that I would like to fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
it's,
stream looks really good.
it's very simple, really. I went
that
into my
rain-
computer's.
Oh, go ahead.
I went into my computer's thing and I turned on hardware acceleration, and then that actually just kind of fixed everything for once.
Oh yeah, like that rain is not going at like 5 frames per second.
Yeah.
You're not going at 5 frames a second. Damn. Boom,
Oh, that would
boom.
be freakish.
If you had the ability to control your frame rate in real life, that'd be fucking horrifying. Walk around like the fucking Grudge Girl.
Walk around like Mr. Game & Watch.
Mr.
You know,
Game and Watch.
There probably could be a horror movie where the monster is like just frame skipping.
I mean, that's basically
you
how like
basically
Slender
can-
works.
Basically, can't control your frame rate. Just get sloppy drunk enough that it looks like you're lagging.
I mean, that's like the Grudge, like what Orange just said.
Yeah.
The Grudge Girl moves at a normal.
No,
movement.
she doesn't.
She moves weirdly, like slightly contorted, but
She like skips. No, like skips.
Does
Like
she?
a VCR
Like
skip.
a video.
Wait, that's the ring, isn't it?
Sorry, I had to take Spartacus over to my mom.
Wait, are you talking about the ring?
Yeah, actually, we're talking about the ring. The Grudge doesn't really move a lot. They just appear in a house.
That's because the Grudge tends to follow you wherever you go. With the ring,
Oh,
it's usually
yeah, I
just
guess.
a blip tape.
I thought that, yeah, I forgot about that. I actually remember Ju-on more, and I don't remember her doing that in Ju-on.
Yeah, with Ju-on, it's if you actually come into contact with the curse, it comes into a spread for you, and then you're infected with the curse.
We're talking about how she moves, like,
Yo,
like we were
when
talking about
are
frame
they adding
skipping.
the Grudge / Ringu to fucking to Dead by Daylight? That'd be pretty poggers.
Isn't there a character that's like that?
They've already got the pseudo girl in there, so no dice.
They have Tomie.
There are 2 different versions of the Texas Chainsaw Man. One of them is the actual Texas Chainsaw Man.
Call him by his actual name, Bubba.
Bubba. Anyways, Nazi, tell us about how fearsome an opponent they are.
Sorry about that.
However, in any event, this is truly a fearsome opponent. Even at a glance, they should have been able to tell that Rosa had a gun. To think that they attacked her despite that. The fact that they are unafraid of guns should not be taken lightly.
Indeed. It's as Natsuhi says. We should probably be even more cautious than we have been.
This is just for peace of mind, but... At the time we think Rosa-san was attacked outside, where was everyone?
Natsuhi and I were here, along with Rudolph and Kyrie-san. I can guarantee their alibis.
Eva and I were together. I can guarantee that.
Georgianiki, Jessica and I were together. When Aunt Rosa yelled at us to return to the second floor, we traced our steps back to the cousin's room, all dejected.
Back then, you hadn't let Maria go. Ugh.
Saying that isn't going to change anything.
Dr. Nanjo.
Give me some, I got crackers.
I was reading a book in the back room on the second floor. I was by myself, so no one can verify my alibi. But I believe everyone saw me return to the second floor with the children.
Once I say this, it'll never end. But what if you jumped out the window, attacked Rosa, then climbed back up using a rain gutter or something?
I would find it very amusing to see Nanjo try to climb up a rain gutter.
Don't be absurd. How could I perform a feat such as jumping down from a second story, or climbing up with this old body? I am very round.
Let us stop suspecting each other. It's more important that we trust each other, and for the sake of the children as well, defend this place to the very end.
Sorry. Okay, good.
You're right.
I got it in
You're good to
there.
go.
It's like Nancy says. For now, let's stop suspecting each other.
Right. We may be useless as far as searching for the culprit is concerned. We can only stay alive until tomorrow, inform the police, and follow their instructions. Because the police will definitely expose who the culprit is.
What is it, Eva? Your body still feeling bad?
Oh fuck. Mother, what's wrong? Are you okay?
Sorry. Ugh. It looks like my fever is still strong. I'll be fine, so leave me alone.
When they looked, they saw Ava staring at the floor, her breathing harsh again. She'd been able to act firm for a time due to the urgency of the situation. But it seemed her body wasn't at its best after all. Ooh.
Huh?
Yeah. I killed those two. And now, we're the only ones who know about the gold. I won't give up even a scrap to the other siblings.
What have you done? There was so much of that gold, right? Giving Rosa and the others their share wouldn't have been a problem at all, right?
It would. That gold is to be passed on only to the head of the Ushirimiya family. That's because it, as a whole, represents no more or less than the honor of the head. To wound that even a tiny bit is definitely not something that I, the new Golden Witch Beatrice, will permit.
Do you plan to continue these murders according to the witch's epitaph? Do you actually plan to become a murderer 5 more times?
Yeah. If I don't finish that annoying ceremony, it seems my power as a witch won't be complete. Hey, me. The power of the witch is really awesome. It really can make all the crazy things we imagine become reality. The power to make dreams more than just dreams. Now that I've learned of this power, I can no longer stop being a witch. If I can finish the ceremony and make my power complete, I'm sure I'll be able to teach you that feeling too.
Stop acting like a fool! Haven't you played at being a witch enough? We found the gold. And we've even been promised the position of the successor. We'll probably need to tightrope walk just a bit, but by now that's a dream that will definitely come true. Beyond that, what more could you wish for?
I wanted to become a witch.
I don't give a damn about that dream!
That's right. Because I kept holding on to that dream, I've lived this age forever. When you became an adult, you threw that dream away. No matter how long you wait, the rabbit holding a clock won't visit you. And you won't be able to meet Humpty Dumpty. Of course, you definitely won't be invited to the land of cards. Because you gave up and accepted all that. You became an adult. So you don't want to become a witch or anything like that anymore. You've even forgotten that it truly was your own dream at one point.
Anyway, stop it! I've already gotten my hands on 2 dreams. The gold and the position of the head.
Sorry, I'm taking your note really quickly.
Understandable.
That's more than enough. So please, your dream has nothing to do with me. Stand down.
No way. Magic's too interesting. Also, those 2 dreams of yours both came true because of my magic. It wouldn't be fair if my dream didn't come true too. So there. Meh.
I'm grateful for your magic and I acknowledge that you're a real witch. So just stand down and return to the inside of my heart. And never appear again.
No way! We're both misunderstanding each other, aren't we? That's right. I am not you any— Raven! No! Baby!
What the dog doing?
He didn't do anything, he was just barking indiscriminately at my door. Like an idiot.
That is something.
Yeah, the dog doing.
Yeah, my dog being a ding-ding.
Dog.
Yeah. Okay, you can lay down. That's right. I am not you anymore. You are Ushinomiya Ava. I am the Golden Witch Beatrice. So it's not my responsibility to go back inside your heart. I guess I feel like a butterfly who's broken out of her cocoon. Meaning you.
Fever. Making my mind cloudy.
My inexperience with magical power is forcing me to support it with your vitality. Until I finish the ceremony and become a full witch, you might have to bear the burden. I'll take that as payment for taking 2 of your dreams to come true. Simple. It's fine. Don't worry, okay? For the remaining 5 sacrifices, I'll avoid your family. Let's see. Rudolph, Kyrie, Kraus, Natsuhi. After that, what about that old geezer Nanjo? Perfect, I'll kill those 5 people. Could you call this a murder announcement revealed only to you?
Ava finally crouched down. Hideyoshi rushed up to her and lent her his shoulder.
Are you okay? Let's take it easy and rest.
Are you alright? Dr. Nanjo, take a look at Ava.
When Nanjo and George tried to approach, Ava made a gesture to stop them.
Thank you. I'm fine, Dr. Nacho. I'm taking medicine. I apologize for saying this during such an extreme situation. But let me rest a little longer.
Mom, I'll lend a hand too.
Thank you. But I'll be fine as long as your father watches over me. Go back to the second-story cousin's room and don't come out no matter what. Understood. No matter what happens, you must not leave the guest house. No, that which will...
Don't talk anymore. Sorry, everyone, but I'll be watching Eva in our room. Tell us if something happens.
Hideyoshi and Ava retreated from the lobby. However, Ava wasn't the only one who wasn't feeling good. They hadn't gotten a wink of sleep since the previous night, been pressed by tension since this morning. They were mustering their energy to protect their families. But if they relaxed even a little, surely everyone would be down and out.
everything has gone as planned until now, but from here on out it will become difficult, you see?
Difficult. Meaning?
Indeed. Normally, as the ceremony progresses and the victims increase in number, they begin to tighten their guard. And in most cases, they hole up in one place and stop moving. That is extremely inconvenient for us.
Are you saying that we witches are inferior to a bunch of humans in a group? What is this? An inquisition?
Witches are never inferior to humans. However, perhaps you could say that times change, and that humans have gotten their hands on the poison. This wasn't a problem long ago when people believed in witches. But just like that annoyance battler, people in the current era deny magic on a fundamental level. In other words, their existence itself is anti-magical.
Sorry, took an extra note.
As a result, at some point, they grew to possess a toxin inside their bodies that denies magic.
In other words, you're saying that the more humans there are, the stronger that magic-resisting toxin gets, and the greater the disadvantage is for us witches?
The combined amount of power in their hearts that denies magic. In other words, the resistance power becomes the denominator in the equation of your magic's power.
Sorry, taking notes.
It's okay.
It's fine.
Understand? Is that a bit too difficult for you?
You're joking. Actually, I understand it easily. In other words, you're saying that the more people there are who don't believe in magic, and the stronger their will is, the more the effects of our magic are divided. Yeah, if it's so formulaic, I'll have to rethink my method of attack.
Fundamentally, magic possesses a vast power. It can even make a rain of fire fall from the heavens or divide the sea, and reviving a lost life isn't impossible either. However, that power is extremely weak against the toxin that rejects it. And that toxin started piling up in humans since the time they forgot to respect things sacred. Until finally this earth was covered with enough toxin that the miracles of magic could not be displayed. Thus, witches from across the world were chased from their dwellings. They'd been forced to choose to throw away their magic and live as humans, or else live in hiding in remote areas where the toxin of humans didn't reach. In that sense, Rokenjima, with its population of only a few dozen humans, was extremely favorable to witches. Even more favorable was the existence of the ghost story about the witch who lived in the Rokenjima forest. In other words, by permeating this island with the fear that a witch might exist, the magic-resisting toxin from the human was weakened. A small population and room for them to acknowledge magical beings. In other words, minds that were only weakly anti-magical. Only by existing in the valley where those two converged could a witch live in modern times.
I see. So using this formula, we can arrive at several rules for how a witch can use their power effectively. Efficiently. The first is presentation. Create a murder scene that couldn't conceivably have been done by humans, decorated in an occult way. Make it look very much like a witch exists, and permeate people with fear to make them believe that witches exist. As a result, the anti-magic power and denominator for our magical power will be decreased. I see, so this is why the creepy magic circle of the first Twilight were created.
That's right, exactly. The gaudy scenes of the first Twilight Age game are all for that reason.
Yeah, that's why.
It's definitely not as though I like being cruel or doing it for fun. Not that at all.
In that case, Predecessor Sama, you failed this time around. You killed him in a very plain way. It doesn't look like anything more than a simple mystery. I heard about last time and the time before that from Ronove. You should have damaged the corpses more grotesquely like you did then, making it look more like fantasy and instilling fear in those people.
Well, about that. I thought it wouldn't be too artful to do that every time, you see. Don't think too deeply on it. It's just a whim.
Actually, it really had just been her whim. After what Battler had said to her, she couldn't say it out loud anymore. But she really decided her methods of killing based on mere whims. No, would it be better to say that she have half-heartedly let Ronove decide? After all, she left the closed rooms of the game's first Twilight to him. But if she had a cruel idea, then she would surely have explored the limits of atrocity even worse than in the previous games.
You told me to show some restraint when deciding Rosa's and Maria's deaths, too. But that wasn't a course of action beneficial to us witches either, was it? In actuality, by now, none of them believe one bit that a witch actually exists. They're totally sure that it's a mystery, not a fantasy. This turn of events is a failure from a witch perspective. For some reason, you keep doing things in a kind of lukewarm way, Predecessor Sama. It's disgusting.
Like they say, things you learn when you're young will definitely help you out in the future. This is a test passed on from my predecessor to you. Take it on with respect.
Beato tried to laugh heartily, but it was obviously the fake laugh of someone trying to cover something up. And the new witch shrugged with a sigh.
At this stage, it's probably too late to create a scene and reduce the anti-magic power. In that case, there's another move. Getting the humans to split up should work.
Indeed, that is probably the most effective way. The smaller the number of humans, the more the denominator shrinks. As a result, the magical power functions instantaneously. In other words, it all begins from one point. How to destroy this barricade situation and have them split up into small groups. However, they are already very cautious. The barricade won't be destroyed easily, right? Both the barricade in Kinzo's study 2 games ago, and the barricade in the parlor last time were very stubborn. Furthermore, most of the cunning adults still remain this time. The situation is more difficult than all the ones before it, understand? If you wish, I could give you some special advice.
In a closed circle, when the first murder case occurs, the survivors always hole up, gathering together to observe each other and ensure their safety. Funnily enough, not only do mystery authors and murder culprits worry about how to break that situation apart, but so do witches, who supposedly exist all at the other end of the spectrum. For a while, the new witch poked her cheek with her pointer finger, and after acting as though she was planning something, she spoke.
No, I'm fine. After all, it is a test. I won't borrow your mood.
Really? Still, it will be rather difficult to defeat this barricade, right?
I've already made my move. I'm pretty sure it'll work. And it'll definitely work on someone smart.
Is that so? You really are excellent. I'm pleased to see that my disciple won't be causing me much trouble.
My motto is to study things myself before asking other people. Then if you would excuse me, I have to wait for my prey to get lured out.
Indeed. Well then, handle it with care.
Peace out, bitch.
As the new witch lowered her head, her face blank, she turned into gold butterflies and vanished. Beata didn't look happy at all. And she seemed to be lonely because of how little she was being relied on.
One of them gives a fuck for me.
Huh?
You witch apprentice, acting so smart. I'll bet she makes some painful mistake and starts crying. Then, without a doubt, she'll finally realize my greatness and beg me to teach her. Until then, I shall watch from on high.
She laughed loudly on the outside, but a laugh no one can hear is completely pointless.
I know it's not a censor, I just wanted to say fuck.
Oh, alright.
Beto gave up and quickly stopped laughing. Renovate chose the time to show herself.
Oh, Joshy!
Ah, shit, Christ!
Sorry, dude.
Excuse me, milady.
Are you apologize?
The game of the second Twilight with Bella Summer has ended.
I see. Good work. What was the result?
My sincere apologies.
Fuck.
I was forced to resign. By saying in red that both deaths were homicides. I made Bella Summer revise his claim of Rosa strangled Maria to death and then died in an accident. But I could not repeal his chain of moves, placing Ava as a principal offender.
I actually did think of that, but I figured I might as well not mention it because Oren said Ava would not kill, or not Ava, Rosa would not kill her daughter.
It's pretty obvious at this point.
Yeah, just what Oren said made me not say anything.
Wasn't Ava sleeping in her room the whole time Hideyoshi cared for her?
He put forth the possibility that Hideyoshi was an accomplice, and that the two worked together to create an alibi.
Oh, I actually put that in my notes, too.
He even suspects Hideyoshi? Couldn't you have struck back by saying in red that he was in the guest room at the time of the murder?
I also thought of that, but multiple important pieces might have been taken several moves later. And because of this move might be connected to the new Beatrice Summer's strategy. I acted out of respect for her.
Whose side are you on?
Well, he's on the Golden Witch's side.
My apologies. Bitch, I'm on my own side. Not really.
Strategy, you say? Her mind does seem to be sharp. We can let her do as she pleases. It would be quite a show to see how far she can go.
I thought you would say that. I see that uncuteness of your disciple has left you in a bad mood.
That's none of your business.
I beg to differ.
I wonder how that one plan to destroy this barricade going forward. I shall keep a close eye on her. Oh, and how was Battler's mood?
It appears as though he had calmed himself down. He did say that he couldn't get fired after without you as his opponent.
Really? Well, that's no surprise. No surprise at all. If I don't return for the fourth twilight and after, Battler will probably be lonely himself.
And with that, if you would excuse me, I need to go bake some delicious cookies. I must at least enliven the discussion between you and Battler Summer, my lady.
Indeed.
Oh, she's blushing.
That guy really was munching your cookies, wasn't he? Oh god, that sounded filthy. It's no surprise that a boy can eat so much. Make a lot of them.
Certainly. I should make enough cookies to bury the table after I'm done fucking him.
Just don't put any of that as a secret ingredient in your cookies and we'll be fine.
The fan art does not count.
Runaway put his love juice into the dough.
Why, Orange? Why?
Because that's from an anime! Ow, my heart.
Man, these cookies sure are salty. What's in them?
My dick.
A surprise!
Those aren't cookies, Battler Summer. It is my cock.
Ouch!
Can somebody go check
Anyway.
I think fan art Runaway leaked in.
Anyways. You say the line?
That sounds great.
Please do not endorse the cum cookies, Beatrice.
Dickerdoodles!
Dicker Downels.
What's going on?
Limp biscuits?
Flaccid pancakes.
Dick is not limp.
Does that mean if you actually try to do ookie cookie with one, you can literally just call it an ookie cookie?
What?
Alright, come on. Let's keep
What
it
did you want to talk about?
Kyrie called Rudolph out into the corridor. It's obvious that you wanted to talk about something that you didn't want the others to hear.
Yeah.
I want to go outside.
That was quick.
That's what's happening. They're going outside.
Battle to the death in the hole! That sounds tight!
I fucking hate these titles. They're just telling you things. God damn it.
It's fine.
Certainly the body cannot last with nothing more than a small breakfast, but... Of course we understand. Still, as time passes, it'll get darker and darker out. It's probably at its brightest now. It's the most convenient time.
Only about an hour has passed since Rosa-san was attacked. This is simply too reckless.
It was only natural that Natsuhi was yelling about recklessness. After all, Rudolph had said that he was going to the mansion to get food. Certainly, on top of that of their fatigue, their hunger was tormenting them. In the beginning, a mild level of hunger had been just what they needed to fight off drowsiness. However, it just now made their minds hazy since it was still only midday, and their bodies felt like they were reaching their limits. The thought of going to the kitchen in the mansion and bringing back some food. The thought of going back to the kitchen and bringing the mansion was certainly attractive. Yeah.
I am opposed to this. It may be a little rough, but we definitely shouldn't leave this place.
Don't worry about us. But it would pain my heart to keep the children hungry. I must be responsible as a parent.
Here. Now that father is dead, you are the Yoshiramiya family head. It is not permissible for you to take on such a danger. Even if you are being a responsible parent for the first time in your life.
You're right. It's like Natsuhi-san says. Kraus-san, you should remain here as our leader.
Then who will go to the mansion? I think it should be Kirie and me, and Hideyoshi-san too.
Oh boy.
Hideyoshi-san and I have guns. They shouldn't be able to lay a hand on us that easily.
Rosa-san also had a gun, but she was attacked. Won't it be dangerous?
When I went out to check on Rosa Maria-chan, I had a gun, but I was alone. And yet, I wasn't attacked. Maybe they'll be cautious if their opponent's a man.
We'll have 2 men. And even 2 guns. Those 2 will act as guards, and I'll transport our cargo using a cart. I believe the situation will be significantly different than it was for Rosa-san.
If you count on me, 'cause I'm a man, I'd be happy to help. I may not look it, but I'm built up pretty strong from pushing food stands around. Leave the heavy lifting to me.
Oh, so that's not fat?
Yeah, it's kind of hard
It
to
is
tell
fat.
what
He's strong fat.
It is kind of hard to tell his build.
You can. He's got a wrestler build.
No one can defeat the power of a male wife.
The ultimate male wife.
Built like Cain, heart like a motherfucker.
What?
I don't know, my mind is starting to go a bit blank on those.
Let's
Is that
keep it
vaccine
going.
kicking in?
Let's keep it going.
You men can devote yourselves to guarding. There's a folding cart in a servant room, and using that, I should be able to handle carrying the food. Of course, we'll be careful. And if we can succeed in this adventure just once, there won't be any need for us to take risks again.
Is there any way I can get you to rethink this? It may be painful for everyone to deal with empty stomachs, but even so, we do not know what is happening outside now.
Well, take care. And Emma's feeling pretty darn bad, too. Oh, bad right now. I can't let her stay hungry. If her stomach's empty, she can't take her medicine.
Weird.
I have to go out for Emma's sake as well.
How is Ava?
Looks like she's finally gone to sleep. She has a high fever. We just leave her for a while.
You can't just stand still when it comes to your wife's health. Understood. I'll give you permission to go outside. And we'll take a little trip there and back. A speed contest. Canned food's okay, right? You at least have a can opener here, don't you?
Yes. We have a can opener and a bottle opener.
There's running water in the guest house, so we don't need anything to drink. We need to get 10 people's worth, so no being picky about what you get.
Alright. Why don't I dash out and bring it back quickly? There's no time to open up the umbrellas.
See ya, Aniki. I'll trust you to look after this place. Take care. Under normal circumstances, I'd want to go too. Being a man, I despise how this title of the oldest brother prevents me from lending a hand in an emergency like this. This is about the only time we get to show off. We usually die. Sit back and take it easy every once in a while, Aniki. Okay, Nazi-san. Wait here and get some towels ready or something. We aren't using umbrellas, so we'll be soaked to the bone when we get back.
Understood. Take care.
Rudolph, Kyrie, and Hideyoshi, each leaving their own brave new words behind, brave words behind, left the lobby. Yeah.
Brave new word.
Brave new world with the Brave New World expansion pack.
Brave new words with such people in them.
Compared to the time Rose and Maria had gone outside, the winds were much stronger. Rudolph's group of 3 people jogged through the rose garden without umbrellas, holding their guns in a folded cart. If everything had been still and quiet without the wind and the rain, they would probably have kept their ears open and moved with caution. But in this rain, even if some suspicious person was hiding nearby, it would be difficult to notice them. For that, it had been Rudolph's plan to instead dash through the dangerous areas. There's a chance that their opponent was equipped with a gun. Then walking slowly with their guard up would only make them targets. Taking swift action was probably the correct choice.
The Rose Garden. Feels like we were just asking to be attacked.
Please, let nobody come out of there.
Even as Rudolph and Hideyoshi continued to run, they looked around restlessly, vigilant of their surroundings.
Oh god, I just had a thought. I don't know exactly if this is how guns work, but just I'm imagining like the guns don't work because they're in the rain, and they didn't know because Japan doesn't know Japanese people I met don't know much about guns. I assume most.
Mm.
But thing is, it might work in the rain. I don't know anything about guns.
I don't know anything about guns either.
Guns can work in the rain, but they can get jammed.
They just can't work underwater, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I must imagine you still have to be careful with them, but I must assume that they are able to work in rain.
Rose and Maria's death had not been caused by a projectile weapon. However, it was easy to suspect that servants had been killed in such a manner. Or they come flying out of the dark, or they take careful aim and snipe from the shadows. Either way, they couldn't relax their tension for even an instant. But even so, when they reached the overhang in front of the entrance to the mansion and escaped the reach of the raindrops, they felt this was breathing a sigh of relief.
No problems for the first step. Like how it was for Rosa-san. Maybe they can't get their hands on us easily.
I'd like to believe that. Kyrie, unlock the door while we keep a lookout.
Sure. Returning home to the mansion with a pair of SPs makes me feel just like an executive.
We had a welcoming party of servants with a red carpet. It'd be perfect.
A welcoming party, huh? You never know. Be careful.
As the two cautiously surveyed their surroundings, Kyrie unlocked the entrance, with the master key she had been given.
It's open.
Hideyoshi-san, could you take the front? I'll keep an eye on the rear. And I'll also look out behind us, too.
Understood. Here it is, son. Try not to move from my shadow. Alright, let's break.
Rear guard, roger that. Covering.
Oh, man.
Don, you're, okay, there we go.
I know, I just saw. Let me try and reread that. Ah, man. Even in a situation like this, you're just playing around, aren't you?
Give it up, that's how men are. Seriously though, that stench is awful.
It felt like the air in the mansion was stagnant with a gloomy silence. And on top of that, it was still thick with the stench from Kinzo's burned corpse in the boiler room. And on top of that, it was still thick with the stench from and they were stuck with an uncontrollable desire to leave the mansion.
No problems in the front. Just a short dash to the kitchen.
Let's finish this quickly and head home. This suit will get fumigated with Dad's stench.
The three of them dashed towards the kitchen. As they disappeared from the entrance hall, the new witch appeared there.
They were lured out just as planned. Just as planned. They got caught in my trap.
The witch grinned. Thinking about it now, no matter how unbearable their hunger had grown, it hadn't even been a few hours since Rose and Maria had been attacked and lost their lives. In that case, why had they needed to recklessly leave the guest house? Till that question could be dealt with, the only answer is that they had been called out by the witch's magic.
What reckless people. They'll never leave this mansion alive. Seal yourself. Lock. Seal yourself. Mansion.
The instant that she proclaimed that, the mansion was sealed off into a separate world. Unless her barrier was undone, no longer would anybody be able to exit this mansion, or enter it.
Fuck!
Sorry.
Spectacular. Why do you keep saying sorry?
I don't know.
It's just that he just doesn't know when to expect his fucking voiceover.
I don't know when to expect Ronave, because I remember him being here a lot less than he is. Spectacular. To think that even though barely half a day has passed since you succeeded in this witch, you can use this magic this. The thing that surprises me, magic. Yeah, you can use magic. Good for you. It's almost as though you were born to a witch. Oh fuck!
Well, I have been a witch since the time of my birth. Who taught you how to blink? That's what using magic is like for me.
What a fearsome person.
Okay, if you make a demon cringe, then you know you've got some craziness in you.
The witch's face twisted with brutality. She just couldn't help looking forward to toying with someone's life again.
Well then. First up is Rudolph and Curie. But in what cruel way should I kill them?
If you don't mind me saying, your predecessor Samba has left instructions that you are to restrain yourself from committing murders of unnecessary cruelty. And there is an etiquette for offering the sacrifices from the fourth twilight onward. For that, you must borrow the power of the Seven Sisters of Purgatory.
Oh, really?
Bitch, did I stutter?
Bitch, do I care?
Oh shit.
Now that you mention it, that's right. I can only play as I like with that second twilight. Boring. Just when I thought I could play to my heart's content like I did with Rosa. But that only counts for how they're killed in the end, right?
Meaning?
I could just kill them however I want, over and over again, revive them, and then follow the epitaph during the last time I killed them, right?
Actually not.
So in the end, no matter how I play it, isn't a problem. Who would act well behaved with an entertaining power like this? Answer me, demon dick.
Well, no one, you're just psycho, bitch.
Her absurd argument was, for an endless witch, an extremely valid one. The etiquette that controlled the manner of killing the sacrifices of the Fourth Twilight and onward were represented by lines like gouge the head. However, they referred to the way those people died in the end. In other words, in the process leading up to that, she was free to tease and kill them however she wanted. She just had to keep on reviving them and follow the rules only when she killed them the final time. But Runaway felt that her innocent cruelty was part of her talent as a witch. He was beginning to notice an innately brutal side of her.
They do say that the apprentices are the most brutal of witches, and now I see this may be true. Do as you wish, is what I would like to say. But here, it may actually be wiser to show restraint. They have guns. Weapons with high anti-magic power, such as guns, are the natural enemies of witches and demons.
Really?
For real?
The witch stared blankly at this demon butler who was surprisingly afraid of guns.
That can't be right. Shouldn't we just be able to take a shot from a bullet easily?
No.
Well, damn.
There is a reason why I am terrified of Doomguy, lady. It would be just as fatal for a witch as it would be for a normal human. To prevent that weak point from being noticed, most witches rigorously strengthen their guard with a defense of protective barriers and furniture.
Do I have any of those protective barrier things?
Constructing a barrier to make even a gun bullet ineffective requires much in the way of preparation and ceremonies. I am afraid to say that Beatrice-sama currently has none of those. Furthermore, you are currently ill-prepared to summon furniture strong enough to block a bullet.
So even though I've become a great witch with this much magical power, I really do have to be afraid of lead bullets. It's annoying, but I don't have a choice. So in that case, should I call some furniture to act as my arms and legs?
Yes. Leaving everything to your servants while not exposing yourself to danger is also a part of a witch's refined tastes. Beatrice-sama, leave this to the furniture and hide in a safe place.
I get it. I call on the Seven Sisters of Purgatory. I don't care who, any two.
Leviathan and Belphegor respond to that call.
I forget, was that Belf?
No, that was it's
I'm
Orange
Belf.
and AC.
Leviathan of Envy, right here.
Belphegor Sloth right here.
Show me your power. Your targets are Rudolph and Kyrie. Don't attack Hideyoshi. Come on, show me just how cruel you can be, furniture.
My apologies. He's ordered from the predecessor summon to refrain from unnecessary cruel actions.
But I think the predecessor Sama's orders does give us some leeway to tease them. You still want to go through with it?
I get it, I'll compromise. Don't let them die easily. Thoroughly corner them and let them taste the fear of death before killing them. Will that be okay, Ronave?
Yes, depending on the degree. I do not believe there will be any problem.
Then go.
Yeah.
Yes, leave it to us.
Leave it to us.
Your opponents are armed with guns. For those such as you, dodging them should be easy. But if you are hit, the wound will be fatal. Proceed with an appropriate level of caution.
Don't worry. We aren't that incompetent.
I beg to differ.
At least we aren't as incompetent as that stupid big sister Satan.
The two sisters of Purgatory vanished. Also, it's Lucifer. She's the biggest sister.
Right, Lucifer, that was her name. I couldn't remember her name.
Satan's the other
Meanwhile,
one.
Dottie died in the background.
Oh, the two sisters of Purgatory vanished. Yeah, Lucifer and Satan are different things.
Yeah.
Renove bowed and vanished himself.
How rude!
How rude!
How rude!
How rude!
How rude!
You dare make a mockery of me?
How
rude!
Whom I am convinced is named Chuck.
What?
Sorry, just every time I think Frieza, all I hear is just the Team 4-star bit where Frieza's going off against everybody and he's just talking about the other guy. Now he's used up all of his minutes on Skype.
I much prefer the quote of him threatening to drown Goku.
Anyway,
I'm going to drown you, you monkey.
Like
That's
a
cute.
sack of
No way.
puppies. But why would you drown puppies? Because they're cute and cuddly. Are you hitting on me?
Guys, please, you know what's gonna happen next. Guys, come on! Why are we having a bit right now?
Oh!
Unfortunately, it's always fun.
Go!
Go!
It's over.
Your turn. Your turn, Con.
I'm just hearing weird stuff out of Joshy's mic. Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine! I'm
Just keep going, please! Please, just keep going, please, just keep going! Read.
It is almost 12 o'clock.
Carry on.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That's fine.
Fine, just keep going, please, just keep going.
There are even rules on how to kill them. Why do I have to be constrained by my predecessor, Summer? It's so rigid and boring.
As the witch looked up at the portrait of the predecessor Beatrice hung in the hall, she cursed. The three people had already arrived at the kitchen and were gathering food supplies. Seeing the possibility of poison, they gave up on the alluring fruits and vegetables, and gathered a whole cardboard box full of only the safe canned foods. It was very heavy, but by piling it onto the cart, they could carry it well enough. This should be more than enough for 10 people to hold on until tomorrow's breakfast. That should carry them until the boat arrives. The two members were supposed to be focused solely on guard duty, but the weight of the load was tough on Kirya even with the cart. Hideyoshi wanted to show off his power, switched to the cart pusher, and Rudolph and his wife took the task of guard duty.
With all this, even George and his friends and the kids will be full. The trip back will be a picnic. So let's go.
When Hideyoshi vigorously announced their departure, Kirya frowned and seemed to be gazing into the distance. There was a wall in that direction. No. If her gaze could go through that, there was a main hall beyond it.
What is it, Kyrie?
It's vague. But I've got a bad feeling gnawing at me.
Kyrie stopped walking and narrowed her eyes even further.
Women's intuition?
At times like this, Kyrie's intuition often rang true, even when she didn't have a logical reason. Rudolph believed in that intuition.
Yes. Someone's probably waiting to ambush us. I didn't sense them before. But just now, I felt it. Just now, someone set up an ambush for us.
And then there's no reason to go back the way we came. There's a back door over there, right? Let's leave that way.
Rudolph made to unlock the back door. When goods were carried into the kitchen, they never passed through the part of the mansion that the family came and went from. So it was at the back door there's probably a ramp used to carry things in. Surely they would be able to leave through there with the cart.
What the heck?
It's stuck. Damn, what's going on?
Can't you open it?
Nope. Is it broken? It isn't giving an inch.
Rudolph tried various things, first using force, then coaxing it. But the lock was hard as stone and didn't even budge.
Don't force it. Leave it through the front entrance. Let's leave through the front entrance. Right now it'll be even worse if we stand around wasting time.
You think this is a trap?
I don't know. Be careful.
With strained expressions, the three of them returned to the hall again and headed for the surface.
Who is it?
The instant they exited into the hall, Rudolph noticed a suspicious shadow right in front of them and yelled. At that instant, a storm of gold leaves started blowing, and gold butterflies covered the area with a gold color. I can't believe it. A lowly human predicted our ambush.
It isn't my fault. I was hiding my presence.
Don't hesitate! Fire on these bitches!
The two guns spouted fire. The lead bullets splashed right through the magical defense in the pair as easily as though it were a wet paper wall. The two figures that should have been there disappeared. Certainly guns were frightening objects for them. No. But there was no need to fear as long as they weren't hit. They at least had enough to speed to dodge those.
Wait a sec. You won't even give us a chance to say our names. This is why I hate humans.
Leviathan was a full 10 meters from where she had supposedly been, popping her head out from behind the pillars in the shadow of the staircase and protesting. In accordance with Beatrice-sama's orders, we will hunt you down. Or as tell us to make it take some time and tease you. You're free to resist, but know that it will be useless. That voice came from overhead. Belphegor could be seen on top of the hall chandelier. Hellion looking down from on top of them, she proclaimed their execution with a cruel smile.
What are these girls?
Forget the cart! We have two opponents, so if we split up, we can't chase all of us.
Although they were well acquainted with the inside of the mansion, in case of a crisis, they had planned to run off in separate directions, turning to the guest house by breaking windows or leaving through a back door. Fighting was forbidden, as long as they could fully escape.
In a tight spot, escaping is victory.
The three of them ran into the depths of the mansion in full tilt. That pair of furniture calmly watched them go.
I'll kill the woman. You take the man.
Understood. Here we fucking go. The furniture in the shadows of the pillars on the corner and the chandelier made their figures explode. Being behind only the sound of a hopping beetle knocking against the wall, they pursued their respective targets. The speed was overwhelming, and they easily blocked the other's path of retreat.
Let's see what this furniture's got. I hope they're at least able to amuse me.
Sorry, I think I heard fucking fireworks?
Don't worry about it.
Are you sure they're fireworks?
Keep going.
I hope they're not fucking guns.
It could be guns.
Crimson, not now. It may not be prudent for you to review your form unnecessary.
And you don't unnecessarily move your king away from the center. That's part of a monarch's and a witch's dignity.
Christ orange.
Sorry. Belphegor was already blocking the way in front of Rudolph, who had boldly tried to escape to the second floor. It's useless to try and resist or escape. You don't need to think about anything. Just close your eyes. I'll gently end it all for you.
You'd make a good wife.
Damn!
Husbands love to hear that kind of thing when they come home all tired.
To think you're still relaxed enough to speak with such insolence at a time like this. Beatrice-sama, thank you for this excellent prey. Die!
Like father, like son.
Rudolph shot first. But even before that bullet could hit her, Belphegor already moved behind Rudolph's back. She then raised a purple curve springing out from her arm. However, incredibly, before that arm could decapitate Rudolph, he had swung his gun behind him. The barrel remained pointing behind his back, from the same motion with which he had reloaded the sawed-off gun one-handedly. It was pointing right at Belphegor's chest.
My god, he looks so cool!
It was the sound of the ejected empty cartridge finally hitting the wall after the reload. In other words, it meant that the next shot was already fully loaded. Without turning around, his gun pointing right at Belphegor's chest, Rudolph grinned.
That's you.
More.
That's
Orange, that's literally you.
Oh, it is? Oh, fuck. Meh. Not bad. Not bad. For a middle-aged man.
Don't look down on the generation that loves old westerns, okay? You brats don't know anything about the refinement of a lever action.
And that's the reason why I always say give Rudolph a Western accent.
Okay, that makes sense.
I do declare.
Just like Rudolph, Curie was also confronting a demon stake in the first-floor corridor.
Ouch.
What a moron. You could have just escaped with your husband. You do know that was your final farewell just now, right?
Don't worry. This kind of thing is my husband's specialty. I'm sure he'll come for me on a white horse soon. Because he's never failed to come and save me when I'm in trouble. Not even when Asumu-san was around. Wait, who the fuck?
Butler's mother.
Oh.
And Rudolph's first wife.
What a happy couple. I'm jealous. I am a Leviathan of envy. Envy itself is my power. My anger, my lifeblood.
I agree. Envy is the source of a woman's power. And if that is power, I won't lose to a girl like you.
Imagine saying that to the one who governs envy. You'd actually think I let you two be reunited? I'll give you a tragic farewell.
The arm Leviathan swung was trailed by a purple curve. It was a magic blade that had cut with the power of malice. Kyrie blocked it with her gun. Though the magic blade should have cut through the metal like butter, the gun with its extremely high magic-resistant power was able to block the blade as easily as if it were a rolled-up newspaper. Rapidly, 2 times, 3 times. It blocked all of them. Without missing the opening created when the purple curve took a swing upward, Kyrie kicked Leviathan in the stomach with her heel. Leviathan was knocked away with like a lightly dancing feather, before the demon stake's feet touched the ground again. Kyrie was already pointing her gun directly at Leviathan in midair. From that position, the two women who had called envy a form of power met each other's gaze.
Can you do it? Can you pull that trigger?
I can be brutal in my husband.
Ow, 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 ow.
Wah! Rudolph tumbled down the staircase. He'd been gradually cornered by Belphegor and had been pushed back into the main hall they'd started from.
The predecessor Sama's furniture is pretty good. They aren't very flashy, though.
Beatrice Sama, it isn't over yet, and it's dangerous to show yourself.
Don't tell me you're Ava.
That used to be my name. But it's different now, Rudolph.
You don't have to tell me. You're gonna say you're the Golden Witch Beatrice, right?
How did you know?
Since the time Rosa was killed, I had a vague idea. Rosa, forgive me. Forgive me for sending the sister you hated down to hell you're in.
Beatrice Sama, look out! Rudolph mercilessly pointed the barrel of his gun at the witch who claimed to have once been his sister. Belphegor would not permit that and attacked savagely. She dashed, disappeared, and headed for Rudolph's back. She dodged that shot and again headed for Rudolph's back. And vanishing over and over, instantly moving into Rudolph's blind spots. It was almost like she was a fairy. It's almost like she was, as she blanked in and out of vision, Belphegor incessantly drove towards Rudolph.
Maybe this is kind of fun. Rudolph, let me sit back and watch to see how long your brave efforts last you.
At the time, there's a dull tearing sound along with Rudolph's cry of anguish. Object to the dance of the purple curve that pressed upon him had finally been too slow. Let it lightly cut his flank.
My flank!
The single wound slowed him down just once. But to a new wound which slowed his actions again. Belphegor's dance began to swallow Rudolph whole. Watching Rudolph's body gradually get carved up, his former sister let out a shrill laugh. Leviathan could no longer hide her irritation that Kyrie hadn't suffered a single fatal wound.
I really am a moron. Among the 7 sisters, I was always the slowest to grow. I was always slow, always weak, always stupid. That inferiority complex became envy, and when I convert that into power, I gain a strength greater than any of that of the sisters.
It's important for young girls to have a moderate inferiority complex.
Take notes.
It teaches women about cosmetics and hard work.
I don't like having to use the limits of my powers against mere humans. But I can turn my envy of your ability. But I can turn my envy of your ability to trust completely in your husband into power. I don't like it. Why are you so relaxed, even when you're fighting for your life?
I wonder.
I get it. You're fully convinced that your husband will come to rescue you and save you. Isn't it incredible? That trust of yours? It's enough to make me jealous.
The kind of trust did we... Oh, this is actually you doing it if you want.
What kind of trust did we sisters have for each other? The sisters are always looking down on each other, trying to thoroughly lambast each other when things already look bad. I've always been bullied by my sisters. I've always just wanted one person to take my side. So when I see you with a single ally who's completely trustworthy, I feel the strongest envy. That confident expression of utter belief in your husband. I could feel it giving me power. I might even surpass that. The speed of sound.
Leviathan turned herself into a snake at the speed of her, and the speed of her flight she attacked was proportional to the strength of her envy.
Since the day my sisters looked down on me, I was jealous in the bottom of my heart of the other 6, who grew quickly. I was jealous for 7 days and 7 nights. You could see the power I gained as a result in my speed. Die, Ushiramiya Kyrie!
The demon-speaking snake exposed her true form, leaping about at a terrible speed. The noise from her bouncing off the walls sounded like a machine gun. And now Kyrie probably couldn't tell if it was a single snake or a swarm of beetles flying around and bouncing. Leviathan was over 100% certain of her victory, believing in it from the bottom of her heart. Then Kyrie spoke with an unbelievably calm voice.
I was the one who went out with Rudolph-san first. Asumu blatantly cut in between us, and shrewdly got pregnant. I don't blame Rudolph-san. That woman used her body as a weapon to seduce him and then acted even more repulsively. Cornering Rudolph-san and forcing him to get engaged to her.
Asumu-san had been carrying Battler-kun. This is you.
At the same time, I was also carrying a boy. As fate would have it, our delivery dates were on the same day. Then, Asumu gave birth to Battler-kun. But I had a miscarriage. I think about it sometimes. What if Asumu had had the miscarriage, and I had been the one to give birth? Would Rudolph-san have broken off his engagement and married me? But I couldn't give birth to my child. So until Asumu-san died, and until I got pregnant with Ash, I cursed Asumu and was jealous. Let Asumu-san die. Then I want him to marry me. In my envy, I kept cursing like that, over and over, until Asumu-san finally died. I was certain that I'd use the power of magic to curse and kill Asumu-san. But that didn't quell the flames of my envy. Don't tell anyone, okay? Every time I look at Battler-kun, I remember that woman. Every single time I look at him.
Oh, fuck.
I think that if only my child had been born, he would be the same age. I'm still jealous of her, tormented by her. Even now, and from now on, into the future, for all eternity. You say you were jealous of your sisters for 7 days and 7 nights?
That's right.
Don't make me laugh, little girl. How could you understand the madness of a woman who burned with envy for 18 years?
If Leviathan had the power of 24 hours times 7 days, or 168 hours of speed, the power that Kyrie had accumulated was 24 hours in 1 day. 365 days in 1 year, and 18 whole years. Even without counting leap years, that was 157,680 hours. Compared to Leviathan's power and speed, it was more than 938 times greater. So then even if Leviathan could soar to the speed of a sound, 1,225 kilometers per hour, to Kyrie's eyes, it only looked like one 938th of that. So then, 12,025 divided by 938 is the speed of 1.30 kilometers per hour.
Numbers.
They say a human's walking speed is...
But he said there be math!
They say a human's walking speed is 4 kilometers per hour. So it's even less than that even less than a half of that. Almost the same speed as a baby crawling on the floor. Which means... And the time it took the demon stick to move at a pace so slow that you could count all the bits of dust floating through the air. Kyrie looked at it with pity. She pitied the slowness at which it came toward her. Then she lazily raised the barrel of her gun, almost as though she was trying to swallow the demon stake up with the gun barrel.
Completely left in both love and envy. Try harder next time, little girl.
Numbers. I love that shit so much.
Dolph, what happened to all that vigor from a couple seconds ago? You're supposed to slice up a fish while it's still flopping around. Yes, ma'am. Kind of, I guess. Pretty gross. Sorry about that. My mom was asking me how I was doing. After it dies, it isn't interesting anymore. That's enough. Why not kill you now? Yeah, I call my mom ma'am sometimes.
Keep moving. Moving
Anyway.
on, please. Noir.
That's sad, dude.
Anyways.
How about we don't criticize each other's parents like that?
Sorry.
Can we get into this later? I'm surprised you managed to endure this long after being carved up. That's enough. From now on, you don't need to think about anything. I'll steal away your life painlessly.
Wait, there's a favor I want to ask. At the very end, I want to do one of those.
What do you mean, one of those?
You know, that thing you see in all the westerns. We start with our backs together, walk 3 steps, and then bang.
Such a fucking nerd.
A duel. Very well. If that will satisfy your regrets in this world, I'll accept. Rudolph moved his wound-covered body and turned his back to her. Belphegor responded and turned his back to his. Belphegor had an honest nature that was uncommon in a witch's furniture. Let me warn you. Even if you press the barrel of your gun between my eyebrows, I can move instantaneously, even faster than you could pull the trigger and have the bullet reach my skull.
Yeah, I can feel that already. You're faster than a bullet.
I have agreed to this out of respect for your courage in challenging me to a duel, despite the knowledge. Thank me.
Well, you're an honest, principled person. And a good woman. You might just steal my heart away.
Let's begin. 3 steps will do fine, yes? First, 1 step.
2 steps.
3 steps. 3 steps, is that okay?
Yep. And since you still haven't noticed after walking 3 whole steps, it's my victory, miss.
What? Rudolph turned around and fired a bullet. Or Belphegor could easily see through the speed and trajectory of a bullet like that. It should have been no problem at all to dodge it. But a spray of fresh blood flew about. Belphegor set up an adequate magical defensive barrier, but before an incarnation of anti-magic such as that bullet, it was completely meaningless.
What are you doing? Why'd you get hit?
The bullet hit Belphegor right in the chest. The pain from the lead caused her to grimace, and as did the pain from the denial of magic.
Forgive me. I'm a coward of a man.
What a killjoy. To think the furniture of a witch could be defeated by a human. Know your shame. Worthless. Pathetic. If only you just grovel and die!
Quit it, Anarchy.
Fuck you!
She could have dodged it. But she didn't. She realized that you were in the line of fire, Anarchy.
Yeah, I figured.
So this faithful girl took it without dodging, protecting you. At the very end, she saw that I was pinning the rook and the king.
Spectacular.
Subarashi. Don't hate me for it. I plan to resign if you noticed it while you were taking those 3 steps.
You made those 3 steps out of consideration for me, didn't you? I didn't even try to think about it. I was lazy.
You're a good woman. Go to heaven before me and get your stuff all made up. I'll definitely come and chat you up.
Is he actively hitting on her?
Yes. Knowing Rudolph, absolutely.
Yes.
Ugh, so the apple
Yes.
Going for that possibly 16-year-old looking girl.
Okay, I feel like Battler wouldn't hit on anyone if he had a significant other.
No,
As Belphegor slowly flew over, fell over, fuck. She was given the power to keep her human form, and she grew small, like gold dust melting into thin air. At that point, Kyrie dashed in, seeing that she had somehow defeated her pursuer by her own hands. As she pointed the barrel of her gun straight at the witch, she ran to the wound-covered Rudolph.
Are you okay? Were you chatting someone up just now?
Yep, a good woman. No match for you, of course. Sorry, Anarchy. It's checkmate.
The two of them pinned the witch down the barrels of their guns.
Worthless furniture.
Why are you even waiting? Just shoot her.
You think they'd be beaten by human opponents? Worthless. Stupid. Boring.
Bichasema, we should retreat for now. There is no furniture or barrier to guard against bullets here.
The witch began to let out a muffled laugh. It surprised not only Rudolph and Kyrie, but Ronove as well.
What the fuck?
Because of a situation like this, the two with 2 guns pointed at her was not one that even a witch could just laugh off. But the witch laughed with pleasure.
Well, it's only natural that the predecessor Sama worn out furniture wouldn't do it. I need to get new furniture that's suitable for me. I use them out of obligation. But I've always hated second-hand stuff.
Yeah, she said that she looked down at Belphegor's remains, which had already finished turning into a pile of gold dust, with disgust.
Ugh.
I don't know what you're talking about. Be a good girl and put your hands up.
Then the witch obediently raised her hands. But instead of raising her hands because a gun was pointed at her, looked more like she was a conductor facing an orchestra, waving her conductor's baton.
Come, arise. Furniture suitable for me. Not that cheap furniture. Much stronger ones. Cruel ones. Stop this bizarre act. I'll pull the trigger.
In response to the witch's call, the hall was once again buried with the color of gold. With the brilliantly gradient gold, butterflies danced. It felt as though they were being sucked into an ocean of gold leaf. One of them was shocked at the upsurge in magical power. After all, it far surpassed that of his former master. As Dazzle makes the golden flash, a gunshot could be heard. Either Rudolph or Kyrie had fired around. Then when the gold flash subsided, at the very least, the witch was standing there, looking cool and composed. The bullet? Kyrie must have fired it into her. But the witch had not been hit anywhere on her body. There it is. The bullet had been fastened in midair right in front of the witch's chest.
A bulletproof barrier?
In an instant. A barrier that would require a significant amount of preparation even for the predecessor had been... Runavy's face was twisted in shock, and the surprise did not end there. The cloud of gold butterflies had created two humanoid forms.
There we go.
It was a furniture summoning. There
Here
she
you go.
is!
Yeah!
So,
fun fact, these characters are on the Steam page!
Oh shit!
So, thing is, one time I accidentally clicked on the Answers arc, I did not get a good look at what I saw. All I saw was a red and blue blob. Are these what I saw?
Possibly.
On the Answers arc?
Why
Whenever
are they
you-
fun girls and why are they the coolest, cutest characters ever?
When you
The
click on the
butterflies.
Answers arc on Steam, are they in the banner?
No, I don't think so.
No, they're not. In fact, it's another spoiler.
Oh,
The
so I don't
butterflies-
know what I saw then.
The butterflies peeled off and flew away, and beneath them, furniture in the shape of girls showed themselves.
Like, I guess I just saw, like, it's just a blur in my memory.
Is she?
She has the sister cops. Even the
Core.
predecessor. Even the predecessor wasn't able to summon Pendragon's memorial troops on a moment's notice. And to do it so easily.
Just a 410, right? Yeah.
Chester, 45, right here.
You two are suitable furniture for me, I take it?
From reading a picture booked out loud to going on a date to shooting down meteorites. We'll take care of anything.
If we don't take care of it, Pendragon-sama will get mad at us. We please have your orders, great Lady Beatrice.
Rudolph, let's run for it. We're no match for these ones.
We are progressively getting more cartoony.
Sure.
Kyrie definitely heard warning sirens going off in her head, thanks to the same thing that alerted her to the ambush by the Seven Sisters of Purgatory. Without hesitation, they escaped. As the witch elegantly watched them leave, she commanded her new furniture.
This is an order. Kill the two who ran away. Then bring the corpses back I'll bring them back to life and play with them over and over.
The witch's expression twisted into an evil smile. Even though she feared that expression, Lucifer appeared and spoke.
Forgive my presumptions, but predecessor Sama asked you that you avoid brutal actions of that sort.
When the witches stared at her with those terrifying eyes, Lucifer was struck dumb. She was frustrated, so bored not being able to let her own power and cruelty run wild. The annoying furniture of the predecessor kept telling her how to show restraint, bringing her irritation to a peak.
Orange.
Oh, it's Lucifer Pride! Long time no see, yeah? How you doing? Let's play together again sometime.
You mustn't whisper for one you'll get in trouble. Well, let's carry out the great Lady Beatrice's orders at once.
Well, yeah, we are on the job right now, yeah?
Are one of these Zaz's wife?
No.
Look at Zaz's icon.
Booted firing.
410, roger that. Ready for sniper pursuit combat.
Guidance system?
For accumulating terrain data. Data for firing. Data link with 410.
410, data received. Target lock acquired. Commencing terrain calculation error correction. Formatting firing curves. Self-mental control point calculation complete. Data link to 45.
So 45, data received. Checking hazard zone. Ah, that's so good.
Lucifer-chan, better get out from behind us, or you'll get roasted by the back blast. Yeah,
what the fuck?
Thanks to their prepared measurements, the Chancers were able to instantly calculate the terrain throughout the mansion and the coordinates of their targets, as well as the firing curve to reach them. That's right, their shots could be guided to follow a curved line. None could escape. The precision guidance used by the Seven Sisters of Purgatory was nothing more than a cheap knockoff of the ability these two held.
There you go. Oh, damn.
45 firing preparations concluded. Ammo type selected and loaded.
As the two of them faced each other, it was as though they were both pulling back a bowstring together. A dazzling gold arrow was ready there. 410, firing. Given the announcement, they released a single arrow together.
Wait a fucking minute here. They
When we get a chance, can we hear their voices? I'm curious.
Sure, alright. Here, fucking we'll do it right now.
Fuck it.
We'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
Also, you can definitely look now, because I forgot that you can see 410 and 5-0 right there on the top.
Fun fact, I believe that you actually can show you stuff.
I straight up cannot see them. I don't know where.
I can barely make them out.
Not see anything in that, dude.
Oh yeah, well here, just wait a second, it's fucking... here, so this is 45.
That's the pink, right?
This is pink.
That's pink. 410's blue.
後ろ邪魔だよルシファーちゃん。バックファイアで焼けるよ。
Oh, that's cute. That's a cute Nihi.
I'm actually wait, hold on a second. Is there one of her going Nya? I want to hear that.
You gotta hear the Nya.
I hear you.
passed it,
傲慢の
Orange.
ル
You
シ
just
ファ
passed
ーちゃ
it.
んじゃない。
Go down more.
お久しぶりに元気
元気
また今度一緒に遊びましょうね。
Nyappa!
Fun fact, this is in fact...
Where are they?
Oh, they're in the mansion right now.
Yeah, they're in the mansion.
No, I mean
Fun
in
fact.
that blue screen.
What, huh?
No.
Where are they in that blue screen? You said they were near the top.
They're in the cover art.
That's the cover art. As the path taken by the gold sparkling snake of light drew a curve, it followed the direction that Rudolph and Curie had been escaped to in rapid pursuit. Turning through the corridors, crawled over the floor, chasing them as it drew a beautiful curve. No one could block the guided shots of the Siester sisters. No one could escape from them, and their strength could pierce all physical and magical defenses. It was quite a merciless guided weapon of certain death. However, among mythical class soldiers, it was a weapon used by pretty much everyone. It was very commonplace for them, and very extraordinary for those of the everyday world.
Oh, what the?
You notice something rapidly chasing them and turned around. The exact position of Rudolph's heart was pierced by the gold snake. It all happened in an instant.
Rudolph-san!
After the gold snake pierced Rudolph, it swooped down to the floor, drawing a beautiful spiral, coiled itself around Kyrie's legs, and crawled up to her chest. And just like Rudolph, it pierced that exact location of her heart. And all that happened in an instant. It pierced Rudolph and then Kyrie. So they died, dropped to their knees, and fell over at almost the exact same time.
What's this? Talk about overwhelming. Ridiculously easy, isn't it? This is the kind of furniture I need. Way different from predecessor Sama's second-hand furniture. Come on, bring their corpses here. I'll keep reviving them until I'm bored, and I'll try killing them in as brutal a way as I can think of. To think being a witch could be so much fun. That taking a life could be so much fun.
From the time humans are born, the most shunned action they can take is the murder of another human. It's natural that humans can't understand how pleasurable it can be to break this taboo. But she was no longer a human. She was a witch, and there were some pleasures that only witches could understand. By now she had tasted those pleasures, and was totally immersed in them. Only the contents of the forbidden pot were honey. She could no longer live without them. No, maybe the contents were honey because they were forbidden. Anyway, by killing humans gruesomely, and doing it over and over, she could feel the drug-like pleasure even now. As the witch rolled over laughing, the gold snake that had just been shot returned, as though being reeled in. At the tips, 2 people were pinned and dragged along. The witch's order had been fulfilled. Rudolph and Kyrie had been killed instantly, and their corpses had been carried back.
Chester 45 and 410. Order execution complete. We await your next order, Great Lady Beatrice. Please, your orders.
Oh shit. Oop. Babysitting to playing online games with you. The Shungan Space Shuttle would take care of everything. Hey!
It looks like these 2 had sacrifices for the 4th and 5th Twilights. So in the end, I'll need those worthless 7 sisters. Or are they the 5 sisters now? I need those guys to pierce and gouge the forehead and the chest. But I can do that at the very end, and I'm free to play in any way I want until then, right?
Wait.
This is going on a bit long. Do we want to take some time to, like, do the discussions? Because, like, we're kind of...
Do you want to end it there?
A little bit. Like, I feel like we kind of just wanted to get to the Chester reveal.
How long until the next chapter?
At least, like, another good, like, 20 plus minutes.
Maybe we should end it here, then.
Unfortunately, yeah, this is probably, like, we're getting past midnight. Unfortunately, it's still workday tomorrow, so, spending the entire night doing this stuff is probably not the best.
Make sure you save your progress.
We definitely will.
Be sure to save, by the way.
Also, I'm, like, incredibly...
And rotate them.
I'm so fucking hungry right now.
I did not get to share this fun fact, but it's a fun fact that I'm uncertain of. I believe the Chester sisters' designs are maybe from hearing around, maybe based off something idol related.
They are based. They believe that they are based off something.
They
like
sure are based.
Like Idol Master? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I don't know how I feel about them. It's because I was liking, like, I like them. It's just I don't know how I feel about us getting even more cartoony with these designs.
I'm gonna be real. When I was
But
at
it's great,
this
though, it's
point,
based.
I kind of had the same feeling at first.
Cause like just it's progressively gotten more and more cartoony in designs.
But, hey, Bone, you were asking, you clicked on the answers arc? Dude, I'll be real with you. Besides the text on the fucking, on the thing and that banner, there's actually not a spoiler character. There are some sprites that are spoiler-ish, but there's not a character that, you guys have not ran into.
Really?
You guys
I thought there were like spoiler characters on that banner.
I regret to inform you that
banner.
I regret to inform you that you have 15 minutes. Please go.
What, 15?
Okay, we're not gonna
It's
do it
getting
that
late.
short.
Lightning round.
Con, yeah. Con?
Con?
Huh?
It was coughing up a storm a few seconds ago.
Oh.
Give her
Ugh.
a couple
Alright, well, I guess I'll go through my notes since I had some stuff. Oh. You okay there?
I don't think so.
Okay.
We're ending it. We're ending it for tonight, Con. So we're okay for right now.
I think she knows that. It's
Yeah, if you're not feeling good, then we can just skip the.
If you wanted to skip the, do you want
I
to?
mean, I've had a headache for a while, but everybody just seems so eager to keep going.
If you want, we've told you several times. If you need to not go, you cannot go on. We can wait. It's not entire. We don't want you to sacrifice your health for us.
All right, I guess we'll skip the thing.
We're gonna be
it's
skipping
fine.
discussion for tonight then. All right.
Yeah.
Have a good night, everyone, and we'll probably see you tomorrow. I don't know.
Be sure to tune in next time.
We're playing
because
the
we'll be
Silent
playing
Hill
something.
See you later,
just as
bro.
fun,
Or
I'm
Silent Hill.
sure.
Probably Silent Hill.
It might be Silent Hill. Yeah. Okay.
Well, the Silent Hill thing. It's not
Silent Hill
actual
thing.
Silent
It's Silent Hill
It might be
adjacent.
similar to Silent Hill.
Spiritual successor type.
Similar Hill.
All right.
Similar, huh?
Good night, everybody. Yeah.